Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys a prom look. This one is going to be kind of like pinkish and glittery, and that's just everything that I love. So I really hope that you guys enjoy. If you do, please like this video, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff so that I can keep making more videos. So the very first thing that we're going to start out with is going to be this product right here. This is called Hey Honey Silk Facial Serum. This is really good. I love it because it gives you like a glossy look on your face, so it kind of just makes you look like you're shining and glowing. It's really good. So I just put a little bit of that on my finger, just rub it together, and apply that right to my face. So the next thing I'm going to do is be applying moisturizer. This is the Neutrogena Healthy Defense Daily Moisturizer with Sunscreen. It looks like this. I have like travels. I have like travel sizes of a lot of these products. The moisturizer, like these ones, I actually got at my dermatologist. They have like little samples out that you can, grab. And the Hey Honey one I got in my Ipsy bag, actually. By the way, sorry if you hear my dog barking in the background. He's like going crazy today. Okay. And then the next product I'm going to be using is a primer. Now, especially on prom night, you really want to use a primer. You want to, just ensure that your makeup is going to be staying on all night. And the same thing goes with the moisturizer. You should always use a moisturizer every day, no matter if you're wearing makeup or not, but especially if you're wearing makeup, and especially if you're wearing as much makeup as most people do on prom night. Events like that, you're going to wear more makeup than you would normally wear. So these products are really important to start putting on your skin before you apply any of the makeup. So this is the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. Again, it's a little sample size. Just going to put some of that onto my finger. Okay. Once you get that all worked into your skin, you can let it sit for like a couple seconds just to make sure that it's really soaking in there. And then you want to go and start with your foundation. So the foundation that I'm going to be using today is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. This is in the color Light Beige. And I'm also just going to be taking a damp beauty blender and just using that to apply it to the skin. So I just take my foundation and put it right onto the beauty blender. I just take a few pumps of it and just start applying it. So I start with the cheeks, put a little dab on the chin, the nose, and the forehead. And then I just start working it into my skin. When you're picking out a foundation color for prom, I know a lot of girls get like spray tanned and stuff like that during prom time. So just keep that in mind when you're picking out a color. You don't want to pick out a color that you would normally wear and then be 2 shades darker because you got a spray tan, and then your face is, a completely different shade than your body. And you want to keep that in mind. You don't want to go too dark either, but you just kind of want to make sure that you're, keeping in mind that if you did get a spray tan, you want to try to find a shade for your foundation that's a little bit closer to what your skin color now is. Also with your foundation, just make sure you're blending it into your neck. Nothing is worse than seeing just like a line and just not being blended. So that is just something you definitely want to keep an eye out for. The next product that I'm going to be using is my NARS. This is the Radiant Creamy Concealer. This is in the color Custard. I really love this concealer. For me, it's always worked wonders. So, it's not broke, don't fix it. I love this concealer a lot. So what I always do is just start applying right under my eyes, in kind of like a triangular shape. And then I like to do just like a line right down the center of my nose. And then I like to just add some right to my forehead. A little bit to like the Cupid's bow area. and then right on the chin as well. And then I just take that same beauty blender, except I use like the pointy part of it, and just blend that all in. Now that that's all blended in, what I like to do next is take, this is the e.l.f. High Definition Under Eye Setting Powder. So I just like to take a little bit of it and just like put it into the cap, you know, just to kind of get it all sitting in there. And then I just take this beauty blender right here. This is just like a dry one, and I just like put some of it onto it and then just put it right under my eyes. So after I have that all set up under my eyes, what I like to do next is to set the rest of my face. For that, I like to use the Maybelline Fit Me. This is in the color 220 Natural Beige, and comes like this. It comes with a little like applicator. I don't really like to use that when I set my face. I just don't feel like it gives me the look that I want to go for. There's people outside cutting the grass and it's so loud. Hold on, let me go shut my windows. Oh my goodness. You could probably still hear them, but hopefully it's a little better. So yeah, so I like to use a brush when I'm setting the rest of my face, and I don't use like a translucent powder to set the rest of my face. I like using something that's a little bit, you know, more my skin tone. Like I was saying, I don't like using the applicator really because I just feel like it gives me too powdery of a look. I feel like when I use a brush, I have a little bit more control over like what's going on. So to set my face, I like to use this brush. This is the Sephora Pro Full Coverage Airbrush. So I just put a little bit on there and then just start applying. I always start with my chin first because, like I said, my makeup does wear off on my chin really quick. So I like to just get it on there as quickly as I can to make sure that the foundation is setting. And then I go to my cheek area, and then what I like to do is, you'll see me like puff my face up, like, because I always get like, you know, like the laugh line creasing with my foundation, and I try to like get rid of the line to set it with the powder so that when it comes back down it goes away. Then I like to go up to my forehead. Keep in mind I have not touched under my eyes yet where the other powder has been sitting. My forehead also creases pretty bad, so I like to kind of like pull back, you know, like the top of my forehead and kind of like make sure I'm getting in there with the powder. And then I'll go to my nose. And then I go under my eyes. And with under my eyes, everywhere else you've probably noticed I've been like dabbing it. But under my eyes, I kind of like dab it, but also kind of like sweep it away at the same time, since there is, you know, other powder under there already. Alright, the next thing I'm going to be doing is contouring. So for this, I love the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. I feel like that just like really has always worked for me. I don't have a big one right now, so this is the Too Faced Power of Makeup by Nikki Tutorials. It comes with like a little one in there. So I'm just going to be using that. And when it comes to your like contour, bronzer, whatever, you want to make sure that you really blend it out because you don't want it to look too muddy. That's a big thing. And when I'm applying my contour, after I do like my straight line, I like to like kind of, you know, like do circular motions and kind of like work it up so that it all looks really blended and like an actual shadow and not just a straight line down my face. And then I also like to just put some on my forehead as well as right under my chin and jawline. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is using blush. I'm actually going to be taking this from the Nikki palette as well. I'm going to be using this one right here. It's called I Will Always Love You. I love this because it's kind of like a peachy, like natural looking color. And for the brush, I'm going to be using, this is from Sephora. It's just called powder. So this is just like a powder brush from Sephora. And I like to use this for my blush. I think it just works well. So I just put a little bit on there, and then I kind of just smile and put it on the apples of my cheeks and just kind of work it up. And then the next step would typically be like a highlight, but I actually like to kind of do my eyes first and then finish with a highlight. I just love to glow. I love highlighting. It is my religion. I love it so much. So I like to kind of do that last, just to ensure that it's going to be on and staying as long as it possibly can. And I just like to kind of, it makes me feel like good if I just finish off my face with a nice little flick of a highlight, and you know, you kind of see really that glow. So yeah, I like to finish off with a highlight instead of doing it with the rest of my face. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to do my eyebrows. So after I kind of like brush them out with the spoolie, I like to take my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade. This is in the color Chocolate. And then I also just take, this is from Sephora as well, this brush. This is just an angled liner brush, but I feel like it kind of works well for my eyebrows. Guys, if you take anything from this video, please listen to this. You need the littlest amount of this product to fill in your brows. Like, you guys, this stuff is so pigmented and it just is so fierce, and I love it for that because you guys will see that I love a fierce brow. But this stuff is like strong, man. So you just need like the littlest bit of this and kind of just work it throughout your whole brow. Believe me guys, you will thank me later. The first time I tried this stuff, I put a whole like goop, like I really scooped in there. That was a mistake. So you guys, please listen. You want to use a small amount of this product. Trust me, it is more than enough. So, and like the thing is, you can always start smaller and then keep working, like keep taking more as you go, but you don't want to start with a whole lot because then you'll have nowhere to go with it. So like start small and then keep adding in like as you're going. That's what I do, and believe me guys, like it works. So I like to just take like a little bit onto my brush, and then I just start, you know, filling in my brows. So moving on to my eyes, I'm going to be taking this Carly Bible palette from BH Cosmetics. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is taking this fluffy blending brush. This came in like my Naked palette when I got it, like whenever that came out. I just like the way this kind of works in my like crease for my transition shades, so we're going to use it. And I'm going to be taking this color right here. Kind of looks like a light brown, but it comes off kind of mauvey. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that and just kind of start working that into my crease, just kind of starting with windshield wiper motions and kind of working in like circular motions as well. And I kind of just put that like right in the crease and then up, just because like I said, it's like going to be the transition color. So it kind of just like gives you like your base to start with. I love this color because I feel like it just has such a pretty like mauvey tone to it. And it's just like, you can see that it's there and it's like pretty, but it's not like too much, you know. It's just, I love this shade. Then the next thing I'm going to be doing is just kind of deepening the outer corner. And to do that, I'm going to be taking this brush right here. This is by Elizabeth Mott. This is a blending brush. And I'm going to be taking this deeper color right on the end here, also from the Carly Bible palette. And I'm just going to take that and kind of just work that into the like crease as well as the outer V. And then just to deepen it up a little bit more, I'm going to be taking my Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. And I'm going to be taking this color, it's called Cypress Umber. And I'm going to be taking the brush that actually came with it. I'm just going to be taking the fluffy side of it. Just put a little bit. Guys, this color is really deep, so I don't want to use too much of it because I'm not trying to overpower like the pinky mauve-y shades that I already have on here. I'm just trying to deepen it and just make it a little bit darker. So I just want to take like the smallest amount and just kind of work it directly in like that outer V, right in the like outer crease, just to make it a little bit darker. I'm actually going to use my closer up mirror for this because I don't want to mess up. And as you can see, I had some fallout here. So I'm just going to take my beauty blender and use the side I use for concealer and just clean that up a little bit. Like, honestly guys, don't be afraid to make mistakes when it comes to makeup because there's always ways to fix it. It's not permanent. Don't be too hard on yourself if you do make simple, like, stupid little mistakes like I just did. Like, it happens and there's always a way to fix it. So really guys, like, just, I know you're usually your own toughest critic, but just, you know, cut yourself some slack. And then I like to go back to that very first brush that I used with the lightest shade and kind of just go back over that just to kind of make sure it's all blended in together. Alright, the next thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to go back into my Carly Bible palette, and I'm going to be taking this lightest shade right over here, and I'm going to just take this brush. This is, I believe this, it's like worn off. I'm pretty sure this is from e.l.f. I'm not even sure like what the name of it is, but I'm just going to take some of this and just like kind of set the rest of my lid. You guys might have noticed that I didn't put a primer on my eyelids. And that's because when I do my concealer and stuff, I kind of work the other products onto my eyes. And for me, I like the way that works for holding my eyeshadow on. I do use eyeshadow primers here and there, but I feel like for me that works pretty well. But I do always like to kind of put like a neutral shade like onto my certain parts of my lid to kind of set it all down. And also, because I'm about to use a glitter, it's really always good to put like a lighter shade where you are going to be applying glitter to really make it like pop. So for glitter today, I'm going to be using, this is by the Stila, I don't know how to say it. This is their, what is it called? The Magnificent Metals Glitter and Glow Liquid Eyeshadow. This one is in the color Sunset Cove. You guys, I am literally obsessed with this. Like with this color, but as well as this product. Like I love every single color like that they make in this. Like I literally want to go out and buy every single one, but they're always sold out. Like I called 4 different Sephoras just to be able to find this one. You guys, this stuff is amazing. I love it. And if you care about being like cruelty free and all that kind of stuff, this is cruelty free. I love it. It's amazing. I just love it. So I'm just going to take that and I'm just going to apply that right onto my lid. But like seriously guys, can we just talk about this? Like I really hope that the lighting is good and then you guys can see just how pretty this is because like, oh my god, it's amazing. If you guys like duochrome and like bright and glittery looks. Oh my god, you have to go out and buy this. It's like, this is like, it was like $24, but like, let me tell you guys, it was so worth it. Like, I love it. I love it so much, and I cannot wait to buy like literally every single other one that they make. Oh, it's just so pretty. Like, I love it. I'm like obsessed with it. Oh my goodness. Okay. So I like to just give it like a little bit of time to dry. It actually doesn't take too long. It is a liquid eyeshadow, so you kind of have to give it its time to, you know, set itself down and get dried, but it doesn't take that long. Sorry, I'm just waving my hands in front of, oh my gosh, okay. Yeah, it doesn't really take that long to dry, but you know, you still want to give it its time. You don't want to rush it. After it is dry, I'm pretty sure it's like pretty good now. I like to just go back in with the brush that I used to do the darker pink, and I like to kind of just like work that in just to make sure that the glitter is blended, because you don't want it to just be like glitter, you know, dark eyeshadow. Like, you kind of want to make sure it's all like blended out together. And I'm not applying any more of the pink eyeshadow. I'm just using whatever was left on the brush to kind of just blend it together. And then I'm also going to go back in with the brush that I used for the transition color and just work it in up top one more time. Okay, so that finishes that part of the look. I'm going to do lashes now. The lashes I'm going to be using are from, it's called Broadway Eyes. This is, the name of this is Starlit. That's what these lashes are called. Guys, I'm really bad at putting fake lashes on myself. I used to be really good at it because I used to do like theater in high school, and I had to put them on like every night when we had shows, and I do pageants, so like I shouldn't be this bad at it. When I was doing theater a lot, I was good at it because I was doing it so often, but I don't do pageants like, you know, every day. So like, when I don't do them for a while, I'm not that good at it. So I'm probably going to do these off camera and then, you know, bring you back so you guys can see what they look like. So now that that's done and you guys didn't have to see me struggle, and they're probably gonna fall off in a second. Guys, I really need to get better at doing my own lashes. When it comes to other people, like when I put fake lashes on other people, if I'm doing their prom makeup or whatever, like I'm really good at it. Okay, maybe not really good at it, but like I'm pretty good at it. When it comes to doing them on myself, for some reason, I just can't, I don't know, maybe I just shouldn't touch them right now so they don't fall off. But what you want to do after you know, apply your fake lashes is to put like a coat of mascara. You can put a coat of mascara like before you put the lashes on, and then put like another one after, whatever. But you should put some kind of mascara on your real lashes, just to kind of make sure that they're all like blending in together. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just put some product, you know, under my eyes, and for that I'm going to go back into my Carly Bible palette, and I am going to use these two colors, the one in the transition color as well as the darker pink, and I'm just going to do like a mix of them and just put them right under. I'm just going to be taking this brush right here to do that. This is the smudge brush from Sephora, and I'm just going to be taking, like I said, both of these. And then I also like to put just a little bit of mascara on my bottom lashes just to kind of, you know, make them look more defined. And for that, I'm just going to be using my New York Color mascara. Okay. And then I am going to take this brush from the Naked palette again, but I'm going to use this part of it. I'm also going to take my Colored Rain Queen of Hearts palette. I'm going to be using this color right here. This is called Crown. This color is so pretty. And I'm just going to use this to put in my inner corner right here, as well as under the brow bone. And then this is like a really bright color, so if you feel like you use too much or you just want to kind of soften it, I usually just like to take my finger and kind of just like work it into the skin. Alright, and then I am going to now highlight. So I'm going to be taking this is Too Faced Candlelight Glow Highlighter. Guys, I love this highlighter. This is like my holy grail highlighter. I just love it like so much. And I'm going to be taking this e.l.f. fan brush and just applying that to my cheeks, Cupid's bow, nose, chin, and forehead. So like I've been saying this whole time, I don't know how good the lighting is, so I don't know how well you can see this highlight, but guys, this highlighter is amazing. Like go to Sephora, just swatch it on your hand, whatever, but you really should try this highlighter. Like it's so good. And then to finish things off, lips. So I'm not a huge fan of lining my lips. I don't know, I just don't like to do it. Not that I don't ever do it, because I do sometimes, but it's just not something that I do often. But guys, for this look today, I want to go really just like kind of light and natural on the lips and something just like glossy, because of how like intense this eye is. So you know, you can do like a matte with this eye because it's so like glittery and like bright, but I just like glossy lips. So yeah, I'm gonna go in with this. This is Color Gloss Lip Shine. This is actually from Victoria's Secret. This is called Peekaboo. I actually really like this gloss a lot. And I'm sure you guys know how to apply gloss. You're just going to put it right on your lips. Yeah, so that is the whole look. After you apply all your makeup, you are going to want to set your face. I really like to use my Urban Decay All Nighter Spray. You just want to give your face a few spritz, and then I like to use something to like kind of fan it to kind of just set it all in. And yes, I just used my Bath & Body Works coupons to fan myself. So that, guys, concludes this prom look right here. I really hope you guys liked this tutorial. If you did, please comment, like, and subscribe to my channel.